Hi everyone, so this is an eye review for Amina, and what we're looking at here, in my opinion, is a true brown eye. The reason why I say this is there isn't any blue in it, so there's nothing we can see. However, this eye is not in a good shape, which means there is a lot of toxicity built up in the body. So there may be even more toxicity that I'm realizing, and there could be blue still underneath. So you have to dig a little bit deeper to even see if there's any blue. Right now, as it stands, it looks to me like a true brown eye with a lot of congestion on top. So let's get into it and see what we find here. So first of all, I see a very thick skin ring around, and that just means that your skin is basically forced to do the job of your kidneys because the kidneys can't be processing. So kidneys is what it eliminates toxins out of your body. If the kidneys can't do it, neither one can do it, then the skin has to take on that job and eliminate what the kidneys are not eliminating. It doesn't mean that your kidneys are not functioning at all. It just means that the load on the kidneys is more than they can handle, and that means you're eating more toxins that your body can work through and expel. Okay, so say for example, if you're eating, I don't know, hamburgers and french fries all day long, there is, I'm sure there's some nutrient base in it, the very little that it is, but there is a lot of toxicity in those foods, so the body has to separate the good from the bad and eliminate the toxins. But if there's too much toxins, the body can't eliminate it, so it gets pushed to the skin to eliminate through the skin, like through sweating and all of this kind of stuff. But the skin also has its limits. So what happens is that the toxins get built up under the skin. And most people have this problem, to be honest. But in your case, it's pretty severe. Mine is also severe because I used to, before I changed to this lifestyle, I used to eat a lot of meat and not so much dairy, but a lot of meat. So I did accumulate a lot of toxins, and that's what I'm seeing here. So as you continue on the good diet and going raw vegan, or as much raw vegan as you can handle, but just including more raw foods into your diet and eliminating foods that are toxic, your body will start to process better. Um, Now, I'm also seeing, I don't know if this is the lighting. Oh, again, by the way, the skin ring is the dark ring that goes around the iris, in case you didn't know. So that at the very outer edge of the iris, the black, that's the skin ring, what I'm talking about. Now, okay, right over the skin ring, on the one side, we see it's a little bit like a blurry, and usually this kind of blur indicates cholesterol ring. I'm not gonna say that you have cholesterol problems because I don't really see it on the other side, but it could indicate a start of something, or it could be just how the picture was taken, because there is a glare on that side as well. But I'm telling you everything I see, and then you can take from it what you will, okay? So, and again, if you do have cholesterol issues, again, it goes back to the diet. Okay, so now I do see a little bit of a nerve ring, nothing too bad. The nerve rings are the white circular lines around the iris. And all that means is, I mean, everybody is really stressed nowadays. Try to reduce that stress in your lifestyle, and you will see them lightening up. Just don't take everything so personally. View everything in the process of you are a soul being having a human experience, not thinking that, okay, this physical reality is all there is, and the money is the most important thing, or this particular problem is the most important thing. This is all an experience, and you need to kind of view it a little bit lighter. And also meditating and things like that, those things definitely help always keep you centered on your soul rather than on the physical reality, and feeling balanced with that, because obviously you do need to worry about physical reality to some extent as well, but it shouldn't be to a huge extent. So okay, now to continue, we see a lot of the biggest problem I see in this eye, well, two biggest problems is the skin ring, and then also there's a lot of lines going from the pupil out. So these lines are called radii solaris, and they go around like spokes on a wheel, on like a bicycle wheel, like all around the eye. And wherever they land, I have a chart for iridology, and wherever they land is the organs that get affected. And you can see how they go from the pupil out, meaning right around the pupil is the colon or GI tract area. Um, so that's where most of the toxins build up, because your GI, your stomach, your bowels, all of this stuff, that's where, obviously that's where the food goes through. So if you eat like crappy food, then that's the first place it goes, and that's where the toxins start from. So if the body can't eliminate them, a lot of them end up there. A lot of them get pushed through the skin. So it's like, especially if you're eating really bad foods, they'll just stick to your GI tract and they won't even get out of there for a long, long time. Sorry about that, just hit the thing with the phone. Anyways, so you can see that right around the pupil is the darkest of your brown. Okay, so that means that's where the most toxicity is. Some of it got pushed to the skin, which we can see in the skin ring, but a lot of it is right around the pupil. The bad thing about this is that since it's right in where your body is processing food, and especially usually it sticks to it, like it sticks to the side walls of your colon. It's not it's stopping other food from like your nutrients from absorbing properly. Okay, so if you imagine your colon, and then you imagine everything being stuck to the sides of the colon. You know how when people do um, like colon cleansing, can't think of a word right now, but colon cleansing, and they have like hard stuff that comes out that's been there for years. That hard stuff makes almost like a shell inside your colon. So and inside your colon is where it's supposed to be pulling nutrients. Okay, so if it's not pulling nutrients from there, then what happens is basically you're having a malnutrition problem. Okay, so the nutrients it's supposed to be absorbing can't absorb because there's a hard shell around it. Sorry if I'm talking kind of a little bit weird, but I'm just trying to kind of illustrate my point the best I can. Okay, so that's what happens. So when you see these lines coming from like on the eye, you can see these lines coming from outside the colon. That means the toxicity is starting to leak, if you want, leak into your organs around that are located around the colon, basically. Not necessarily like that, but the toxins are starting to get into it. Okay, because they're stuck in the colon. So if like it's starting to progress into other areas of your body. So this is very serious. Okay, and not just the colon, but your entire GI. So this is what happens when you eat kind of bad food. All of this, don't worry about this. All of this is reversible, but you do have to start reversing it now because it's pretty clogged up, okay? And like I said to you, like I'm in the same boat. So, you know, we all have to work on basically undoing all the damage we've done. So it's definitely undoable, but you just have to kind of pick yourself up now. The one thing is I do see, and I see this in most people who send me the eyes, is it is slightly, for you, just slightly worse in the brain area, which is the top of their iris. So you can see that there's a little bit more lines on top, and it's a little bit darker on the top of the, right, like right above the pupil is the area I'm talking about, okay? Um, it's a little bit darker, so that's not good. So that means that you might get like headaches and effects basically of brain that has toxins in it. Okay, so headaches, anxiety, depression, basically abnormal functioning of the brain is how we can call it. Okay, um, because and all of this is lymph. So the lymphatic system is trying to expel the toxins. It can't. Okay, so like I said before, it's trying to get it out from the through the kidneys. It's trying to get it out through the system, but it's all the lymphatic system, and that's building up. Okay, so because it's so built up, you can experience symptoms that are lymph related. For example, for the skin ring, I can almost guarantee with this type of this dark of a skin ring, you're definitely having some skin problems. So this could be lots of moles, this could be acne, this could be psoriasis. Basically, basically the skin is not reacting as it as it would normally, because it has a function. It's not performing, and it has all that mucus sitting under the skin. So that mucus sitting under the skin will have to come out somehow. Okay, and the only way it can come out is through these kind of like, skin issues. And I have skin issues myself, so I know firsthand what I'm talking about. um, but your whole body is clogged, so you can also be experiencing things like allergies, basically mucus coming out. You can be getting a lot of colds, so every time you get, into a colder temperature, you get mucus coming out, so things like that. So that's very, very common as well, with this kind of, situation. So basically, the solution is this: you need to unclog all of this. Now, because this clogging is so severe, I would suggest taking it easy and see how you go. So first thing is to eliminate all of the foods that are causing more toxicity, such as your dairy, your meats, your processed foods. If you are busy and you have a very on the go lifestyle, what you can do is go on smoothies for most of the day, and in the evening have a meal. Because smoothies, the good thing about them is that you can prepare them ahead of time and just put them in your fridge. So you can say, one time you're making, I don't know, watermelon smoothie. You cut up a watermelon, you make like 4 smoothies, and then you have them throughout the day. You have no dishes. You have no prep, no dishes, nothing. So it actually will probably save you time rather than waste time. And it will also save you money, okay? But be careful, because all of this stuff right now is under your skin, okay? But I'm talking about the skin ring stuff. So once you start pulling that out with fruits, because fruits are detoxifying, so fruits are gonna start pulling that out of your body. You might experience huge skin issues, which, technically speaking, it's good, okay? Because it's coming out. So you don't want it under your skin. But, practically speaking, it can look pretty horrendous. Like mine, I didn't I regret taking not taking a picture, because like now it would be like a learning tool, but at the time, like, I would cry, because it was like a zit on top of a zit on top of a zit, and they're not like zits, they're like hardcore, like fungal things. Like, I don't even know how to describe that. It was crazy, and I've never even experienced that. But as soon as I went on this detox, you can watch my other videos from about my story of that. But basically, it's gonna explode out. So if you feel like your acne or whatever problems you have skin wise is getting out of control, you might want to pull back and go to like vegetables, like salads or cooked vegetables, just to bring this, because cooked vegetables will definitely slow down the detox. So they call it the art of detox. You don't want to do too much, because, well, you ideally you do want to do too much, but if you don't have cancer or any kind of like serious problems, aesthetically speaking, if you want to be able to leave your house without like complete like skin like explosion, then you might want to ease off and see how it goes. So try for a few days. Do 1 smoothie a day, okay? See how that works for you. If it's fine, bump it up to 2 smoothies, bump it up to 3 smoothies, and then you'll see like, oh, okay, maybe that's too much for me, because it's gonna come out. All of it is gonna come out as soon as you change your diet. It's a matter of if it comes out all in say 1 month or over the course of 4 months, but you look a little bit, a little bit better than you would if it all came out all at the same time. That's just like a word of caution based on my own experience, because that's what I did. I went like super hardcore with this, and yeah, like it was pretty bad. I really should have taken pictures. But anyways, so that's the video. If you have any other questions, please let me know. I'm here if you have any questions. I really want to help everybody with this journey because of how much it changed my life. There's also a video you might want to watch on the before and after on how my face changed. But again, just like you, based on your eye, I had a lot of skin issues. So for me, a face change was kind of major. For somebody who doesn't have skin issues, you might have different. But there's a video of me before and after doing the cleanse. But like I said, like that was extreme. So I don't know if you're ready for that. Anyways, that was the video. This wasn't a long one, but I just had a lot to explain. If you guys want to send me your eye pictures, you can do so through sending it to my email, which is info@hgwebservices.net. I'm going to link it down below, so you can just copy and paste it. You can also send it to my Instagram, or you can link it somewhere online and send it through YouTube message. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.